Hey everybody, I guess I'm trying to make up for a lack of content. There was about a month I went without any content, so now I'm hitting it hard. I'm going to put a couple videos out, but maybe I'll just make this one short and sweet. I told you it's best to show you. By the way, I'm Secondhand Dan, coming to you from Secondhand Land, the penny pincher thrift shop. There it is in reverse in Pittsburgh. So I went to a neighborhood sale, and it was just outside of a mill town, an old mill town in Pittsburgh. So it was very, I want to put it politely, convoluted. I used my app, and it showed like 50 pins, but man, I'm zigging and zagging and up and down and alleys, and trying to find these sales. And I made it to a number of them, but I'd been there I think a year or so prior, and I mean, you could just park the truck before and walk and zigzag for about 4 or 5 houses. It wasn't quite that way today, but it was still worth going out there. So let me show you what I managed to pick up today. I have this old-timey hutch / maybe vanity tiny dresser. Here's a top for it over here. It's what they call tiger oak, and that's no joke. Somebody's replaced the hardware. Hardware isn't original, but it's tasteful. So I got it for like 40 bucks. I just offloaded it off the truck, and I'm going to sit the top on it, take a couple pictures, and maybe put it on the old interweb, on the marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. My success rate with selling furniture on eBay isn't that reliable, because big pieces, your buyers want to be close, and a lot of times the interested parties are just too far to come and get it. So, but I have sold a couple pieces in the past. I got a nice pair of sneaks here, very nice. I don't know if they were worn like one time, possibly. 10 and a half. Generally a 10, but shoemakers can fluctuate. But that's New Balance. You can see when you look at my shoes that I'm wearing, I'm ready for a new pair of shoes. I got this draw knife. Paid $5 for it. There is a maker's name on it. I'll have to brush off some of the rust and find out who it is. A little freebie here. I thought I might use this as my microphone and GoPro case whenever I get into using the GoPro consistently. All right, looking on the inside of the truck. Check this out. Allstate oil. Tin cans, still sealed. I say cans because I have 2 of them. Now the second one is probably a little hard to get to right now. All right, let's go put the tailgate down. Give me a little platform. Booyah. Okay, may as well start with these since they're in the way. These are the Make Your Own Light Up Planetarium by something called Tinker, for ages 9 through 14, by the Kiwi Company. I guess they're like little crafty / puzzle, maybe a touch of science to them projects for the young kids. Well, you can see I've got quite a few of them. I even haven't got count yet. I don't know the difference between the blue box and the brown box. Okay, well, anyway, they're still sealed. I got a slew of them. All right, well, let me offload these and I'll get back to you. All right, then. I set them up, you knock them down. Well, no, nobody knocked them down. Anyway, I got like $1 a piece in these. There's 20 of them. And they're going to go on eBay. I think there's money to be made. Now, you can tell me whether I got trash or treasures in the comments. So I'd like to hear what your thoughts are, especially if you're really familiar with like this said item, the Tinker Crate by Kiwi Company. So, buck a piece, how could you go wrong? All right, back to the truck, the trusty old steed. When pigs fly, brass pig. And it's got a sister. Although they were packaged, or priced, I should say, at $10 a piece, they were nice enough to give me a package deal when I bought these. Oh, it looks like a screw fell out. No biggie. Might be in the cab here. But these are solid brass. I think the one has a sticker, is it say made in India. A lot of brass has come out of India. I think that's because they probably just recycle. I know I've been on the internet and I've watched some of their fabrication shops. What they do with scrap metal and scrap copper is amazing, and the working conditions that they're under. I believe that's an American Girl horse. It was just a buck. And speaking of American Girl, I did sell some up at the antique mall. I had an American Girl horse with a corral. This is a trailer. American Girl trailer. OG. It's not Old Gangster. I don't know what the OG is. If it's American Girl, American doesn't start with an O. All right, well, little travel trailer. Not sure what that, it came with it. I didn't try and buy that with it, but it says $1 on it. I don't even know what that's about, but got your stools in here. And there's I guess a removable hitch. So they charged me $1 for that. Hey, I'll run that up at the antique mall. Maybe group it with the horse. Well, I'll check on eBay first to make sure that, you know, I go back and forth between eBay and the antique mall. Sometimes, you know, if it's like a $25 or less item and it's big and bulky, I'll rather take it to the antique mall than sell it for $25 on eBay and, you know, spend half an hour, 45 minutes packing something like this. Because the shipping, it isn't the weight, it's the bulk that'll get you. So that's probably going to end up at the antique mall. All right, back to the truck. Here is a Leica Annual 1937. That's a, for you to not, people don't know, Leica is a, I believe, a German camera. Now the cover's been, after all the years, it let go, but still, 1937. I think they charged me $1 for this. So I'm going to find out if there's some Leica people that will Leica this a lot and give me a nice bid on eBay. You know, for $1, I figure it's better than a lottery ticket. You know, it might be worth $5. It might be worth $50. But there, what's cool is got the Zeppelin on it. Hey, that could have been the Hindenburg. Oh, all right. Leica. That's a lens or a camera. Yeah, I don't know why they don't show the whole camera there, but all right. Well, it's neat. I like it. If I like it, I've generally find out that what I like, a lot of other people like too. I said there was 20 of those kiwi boxes. There's actually another 2 in here. So I paid less than $1 a piece. All right, 2 more kiwi boxes. Let's think outside the box. I threw this in with the oil cans I was buying. I sold a bandsaw because I bought a better bandsaw last year at the yard sales, and I told my son I've got somebody, he met them because I was out of town, so he met them at my store and sold them the bandsaw with this on it, and I hadn't included that. It wasn't in any of the pictures or stated that it comes with a square, so a little disappointed I lost out on that square, but I knew there'd be more squares out there. This is kind of cool. This looks like a gauge from a boiler. It goes up to 300 degrees. I build steampunk lamps, and I'm going to get into even building other items like maybe steampunk entertainment centers. So anytime I can get a gauge for good money, I mean cheap money. This came with the oil cans. 2 oil cans, and the square, $10. Where's that? Here's that other oil can. Untapped oil cans, Allstate. That was a Sears brand. I had just watched a, do you call them documentaries when they're on YouTube? About how Sears, how it died. You know, what it did wrong and why it didn't survive. But I mean, Allstate was one of their brands. They had they had Craftsman, they had Die Hard, they had Allstate, they had what was their sports equipment line? It'll come to me. Oh, looks like somebody lost their tail. Oh, it's got a little comb on it. So it just in case you don't think that looks natural and you want to. All right, well, they had, I think it was Jay Higgins, and then they switched to, what's his name, the baseball player, William something, represented their sporting equipment. Tell me in the comments. It's on the tip of my tongue. Tell me in the comments who I'm thinking of as the represents their sporting goods. It was on their baseball gloves, their bicycles, their exercise equipment. All right, this was a little bizarre, but cool. I said to the girl, I said, where is Islan Neblar? He's like, well, she said, that place don't exist. She said, they're fake posters, but they're on like a plastic. I think she said she had them printed. She said, well, I knew there wasn't any dinosaurs at this location. I just thought maybe their dinosaurs was their mascot or something like that. So, but she said, well, look at the other ones. Visit Artorakis. Then I caught on real quick. I said, oh, that's a sandworm. So this must be from Dune. And then there's this one. Welcome to Mordor. You know, I don't know what I'm going to get for them, but I think she let me have all 3 for $1. So, and I believe it was her sale. I also bought the Miner 49er Prospector. It's just a nice picture. I don't think it's worth much at all, but let me get these out of the sun so they don't curl. Hold on. Now I have signage. I bought this sign, and the fellow that sold it to me, he was 40, but he liked to talk like he was 80. He went on like Homer Simpson's father. It was about the year jiggity jiggity when the Kaiser, well, anyway, he went on and on about what all the letters meant. And he was in the Navy, and you know, he was in there for 9 years, and this was their store, NAVSAP, Naval Supply. So I got to do a little research on that. That looks like a good man cave item. I got 15 bucks in it. You know, I'm not sure what to expect, but it's cool. It's definitely worth my 15. And I think we're getting down to the bottom of it. Here's some 70s swag. Literally swag lamps. That's what they call the lamps that hang from chains from your ceiling. Swag lamps. So I think I got 5 bucks in this. I did a quick Google search. It looked like they were had potential. So 5 bucks. I wish I could say every time I threw some money out there I knew exactly what I was doing and I was going to make a nice profit, but at the worst, usually I just break even on my worst cases. Not too often I'm actually losing money. Here's a book end from probably like the 1920s. I think he's cast iron. The Thinker. Sometimes I sit and think. Sometimes I just think. Sometimes I just sit. Okay, I think, are we tapped out in here? Well, there's a little bag down here. It's just, you know, I have a soft heart for such things like this. I don't think there's any money to be made, but peanuts collection. And somebody gave me a mug. Said, you can have it. I said, anybody know how to make a Moscow Mule? All right, well, there's something inside the building, so let's go ahead and go in. Oh, before we go inside, this bag here was from the same place I bought all this. So they did me another package deal. And this is all Fiesta. I'm sure it's contemporary Fiesta. They've been made in the 80s or something like that, but and before I agreed to buy it, I actually did a quick looky up on eBay, and it seemed like every one of these Christmas plates was selling like about $20, $25. So I got a big Christmas platter, and there's one that's slightly smaller than that. In here is, I didn't look each piece up. I just went with the Christmas platters, and I figured, well, if I make money off the Christmas platter, it'll pay for all this extra, whether they're valuable or not. But here's an egg platter. It's also Fiesta. For your deviled egg tray. There's a smaller platter in here, just like that. Yeah, the smaller Christmas one. And just a large plain platter. Fiesta. Fiesta ware. And in here is another small piece. I'm not a big fan of working with glass and pottery, but if it looks like the margins are good, I'll do it. I'm not even sure what this is. Yeah, it's a bowl, we know that, but does it have a specific purpose? It's kind of smallish. Fiesta HLC USA. Okay, well, bag of Fiesta was $10. All right, well, we're going in. We're going in. I know I showed on my last video where I had actually, I reminded people I broke a glass like this. Well, out of this box, I did list 3 glasses. Let's not set them up and kick them down again. I had a Tom, a Jerry, and a Tuffy. and they just sold. But unfortunately, I don't have another Jerry, so I got Tuffy and Jerry. But we got more, 2 Toms and 2 Droopy Dogs. So I think I got $50 for 3 glasses, which, you know, I was surprised they did the buy it now, because I know I had a starting bid probably like half that. So they did the buy it now and got 3 glasses for $50 plus I think it was 17 shipping. But those were last week's find. Here's part of this week's find. Seiko. Now that's a pocket watch, huh? I feel like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I pulled this out of my pocket. Oh dear, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. Well, it's actually meant to be set up as a desk clock. Now I got that. All right, it comes with the paperwork, the original box. I got that. And I got this Lincoln Sense set. They look like they're all in here. Yeah, this set's, they don't have the print of what year it is, so I guess you could have put everything the same in it. You could say, well, they're all in here, but I guess it's up to the collector to actually label them. So that came with that clock. Now this one is actually broke down by the year. At least it is on the first page and a half. And then once it gets up to 1976D, you have to figure it out yourself. So they probably sold this in 1976/77. It sold it as an empty. When I was pre-teens, I used to be into collecting coins. Liberty Head nickel. And we got some in there. So I figured this Liberty Head nickel book should pay for what I bought at that one location, which was the clock and these 2 sets of coins, and there was something else I got at that location. All right, either I've already shown it to you, or I guess it ain't that important. Let's see, am I overlooking anything that I brought in? Hold on. Well, I think that's everything. Oh, I got these 2 little chairs. So I give one to my grandson. And I got an item up here. This was in the free box. A lot of free boxes out there today. Oktoberfest. Okay, and it looks like it's going to fit. So, I like it. All right, well, I think we are done here. I think we are done. Well, thanks for going over the merchandise with me. Thanks for checking out Secondhand Dan and Penny Pincherland. I'm trying to hold this up. I'm got the sun in my eyes. Oh, there we go. Make a visor out of my hand. See how it says Antique Kingdom on there? Let me get a close-up. Gotta put my hand back over. I can't tell what I did. This is so difficult. I can't see a thing. I see the windows. Well, let's do it this way. I can't see, too much glare. Trying to hit the pause button and not hit the stop button. Okay, what I did is an about face. Will that work any better? Yeah, a little better. Well, once I start tilting it towards the sky, I can't see what I wanted to show you. Well, anyway, I called it Antique Kingdom. That's not the official name. It's not documented. We're actually registered as a penny pincher thrift shop. But I didn't want to put penny pincher thrift shop up on the top because I thought it'd be redundant. And I wanted people to realize that we're about antiques here. Because in hindsight, oh, I gotta reverse this again. In hindsight, calling it the penny pincher thrift shop maybe worked back in the beginning, but now, you know, people come in here looking for, you know, old shirts and pants and jackets and coffee cups, and I said, I don't do that stuff. I let Goodwill do it. We're more about antiques and collectibles. So I've had a number of people come in and only spend about 2 or 3 minutes and decide this wasn't the place for them because it wasn't like a Goodwill, and they'd turn around and leave. You know, I'm not offended if they're looking for somebody's stanky old clothes. Well, I do a bit of clothing, but it has to be unique. Like here we have a police jersey from the neighboring borough, McKeesport. I've got a Russian Penguin hockey jersey. I think there's a Pitt jacket there. So if I'm going to do any clothing, it has to be different. There's a McKeesport police overcoat, dress coat. All right, well, I said goodbye once, so saying goodbye again. We're back where